Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. Today on the Fancy Sip Review, I'm going to be trying Heirloom Pink Grapefruit. If you do not know what Heirloom is and you need a refresher, Heirloom is a THC product line made by Beak and Skiff. Beak and Skiff is a central New York-based apple orchard who also has a alcoholic cider line under the name 1911. 1911 is when the company started, but once recreational weed became legalized in New York State, they started this line Heirloom. Heirloom also is an edible line as well as general marijuana line. Now, they do have one competitor. The competitor is called No Wave, which is based out of Rochester, New York. Now, in terms of the two different products, they don't really compete with each other that much, as No Wave is more of just terpene-infused water, naming the flavors after strains of weed. Now, Heirloom, on the other hand, has a lemonade, which is the tastiest THC-infused thing I've ever tried in my life. However, other than that lemonade, the drinks that they have are mostly related to seltzers. Now, seltzers have become pretty big in the last 5 years, I'll say, with White Claw and every single company having its own seltzer. Even Four Loko tried its hand at seltzers, and in general, people think that seltzers are better replacements for beer and things like that, like soda. Now, the belief is that without the gluten and things like that, the stuff is relatively healthier. Seltzers have less calories than beer, so who knows, maybe it's true. But what is true is younger people do generally aim for seltzers as opposed to sodas and things like that. Now, this is going to be the third Heirloom beverage that I tried. I did really like the Heirloom lemonade. I thought it was the tastiest thing I've ever had. Wasn't too keen on the black cherry. It reminded me a lot of Spindrift, which is my least favorite line of seltzers. If I were to try a seltzer, I would go for the coconut LaCroix, which is the tastiest thing I've ever had in the terms of seltzers. Now, with Heirloom, as I've been saying, this is just going to be a seltzer. However, unlike most seltzers, this does have nutrition facts that I will read off. In this beverage, you are getting 12 ounces, which is almost twice the size of No Wave, who sells 7.5 ounces. In terms of calories, you are getting 25 calories. You're getting 5 carbohydrates, 4 grams of sugar. There's no vitamins in this at all. In terms of the ingredients, you're getting filtered water, grapefruit juice concentrate, natural grapefruit extract, grape skin extract, cannabis extract, ascorbic acid, and carbonation at the bottom. Now, the processing type is ethanol extraction and distillation. And it tells you to just drink one can. And if you don't feel like you're going to go crazy, try another can. This is fast acting, and it's a New York family owned and grown product. Now, I'll show you what the can looks like. Now, on all the Heirloom cans, they're different colors in terms of what you're seeing, but you're getting a hot air balloon, you're getting the sun, and you're getting a cloud. This is the Pink Grapefruit. This is also, as I should have clarified, 5 milligrams of THC with 5 milligrams of CBD. This is a 1-to-1 beverage. Heirloom has another line called Heirloom Up, which currently is only sold in gummy format. Now, on this side of the can, this side of the can is pretty much just giving you a warning if something goes terribly bad, to call the poison control. However, on this, it has a barcode that you can, or not a barcode, QR code that you can scan and find out what's actually in the product. Now, although some of the gummies say they're 5 or 10 milligrams, when you scan the barcode, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Every time you buy a product, more or less, you'll have a different amount of stuff in it. And the state checks everything out, verifies everything, and let you, the consumer, know what you're getting. Now here's the nutrition facts side. So in New York, you can only buy marijuana type stuff that's grown in New York, since it's illegal uh, nationally. You can only buy stuff that's grown in New York. So if you see product that says California on it, or Illinois, for example, technically that's a gray market product. I mean, it may be real, it may not be real. If you go to your local bodega and you see something, it's not going to be the same thing as if you're going to a dispensary, but I don't know. It's your choice on what you want. In terms of the products in New York, as somebody that's reviewing these, there's really not much to review. There's this, and there's No Wave. No Wave also has one seltzer, which is L2, I think it's called, but I don't think you can buy that in a single. I'm mostly buying these in singles to review them. So with all of that said, I'm going to give this a pour, let you know how this tastes, let you know if this is as good as the lemonade, or if it's as not great as the black cherry. Now, although in terms of reviewing these beverages, I usually do say the same thing in every video, but I think in terms of cost, it's important to discuss cost before I discuss reviewing the product itself as a drink and all that stuff. You're paying $5 for each can of Heirloom. Now, at 5 milligrams, you could be buying 100 milligrams at $30, evening out to $3 per gummy comparatively to $5 per can. Now, I do understand in terms of processing, they do have to pay more for the can and things like that. So the cost does go up. So in terms of Heirloom only selling their drink in their base form and not the up form, you're limited to only 5 milligrams of THC. So if you have a higher tolerance, you would be drinking more of these. Now, on the other hand, if you were to buy the No Wave, most of the No Wave flavors come in 10 milligrams at $7. So you're paying $2 extra for twice as much THC. So weigh that as a pro and con. Now, this does have a bit more flavor than No Wave based on the two that I've had in the past. Now, let's see what this looks like. This does have the coloring of a pink grapefruit. There's a little bit of carbonation in this. As you can see, it does have a pinkish purple hue to it. Let's see what this smells like on the nose. You're getting only a small hint of the marijuana. You are getting a lot of the grapefruit, which is good. Now, in terms of some of these beverages, mostly you're going to be smelling the aroma of the skunkiness of the THC, but in terms of this, you're getting a lot of the grapefruit coming through. Let's see how this sits in the mouthfeel. So letting this linger in your mouth, once you do finally swallow it, you are getting a lot of grapefruit, and it's actually a really good tasting grapefruit. Now, in the past review of the Black Cherry Heirloom, I compared it a lot to Spindrift, which, again, is my least favorite type of seltzer. Now, that may have just been a bad flavor of Heirloom, because this does have the juice type stuff that is in this. That is the way that they make Spindrift. But in terms of the flavor, it tastes pretty good. You do taste the skunky marijuana taste, but getting the grapefruit really counters that really well. Give this another sip. you're getting a little bit of a bitter taste, which in the aftertaste, it doesn't taste as good, but I don't think it tastes bad. I think this is one of the better tasting heirlooms. I've only reviewed 3, but I do already like this more than the black cherry. If you were to drink it faster and drink more of it instead of savoring the taste like you would be a fine alcohol, it tastes, you lose the aftertaste, which is the negative aspect of this. I'll just finish this off and give my final thoughts on this drink and give you a rating on a number scale. I will say this, though. I'm not sure if I was supposed to shake the can or not. A lot of the times I don't even read because I think that if you shake soda, it's just going to explode on you. However, some beverages like teas, the twisted tea, will tell you to shake it before drinking it to, blend out the tea stuff so it's not just sitting at the bottom. And then when you drink the top, you're getting the sugar, and then at the bottom, you're getting the like the tea type stuff. I don't know if I was supposed to do that or not on this. Because now I'm getting a bit more of the skunky taste that I wasn't getting initially. I do think that this is a really good tasting beverage, though. I do see why people would choose this as a flavor in terms of comparing this to the black cherry or the lemonade. Now, the lemonade is delicious because it's loaded in sugar. This drink, on the other hand, only has 4 grams of sugar. Let me check this again. Yes, you were getting 4 grams of sugar. But in terms of the taste, I mean, the bitterness is what you want out of a grapefruit. This has a very good grapefruit taste to it. And I think this might be one of the best flavored drinks that I've had that's THC infused. I mean, the only thing that I can compare this to is the Pineapple Express No Wave. But I think in terms of flavor, this knocks that out of the park. Although Pineapple Express has that movie that was really funny, so I'll always think of that in terms of the flavor. But what would I give this Heirloom Pink Grapefruit? I want to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I think that the flavor is delicious in terms of you wanting a pink grapefruit. I think that honestly, this is the perfect flavor for people that really like grapefruit. I think that, I don't know, it's really weird for me to review a sparkling drink like this, sparkling water, I should say, because this isn't really like the demographic of beverages that I like, but the way the flavor comes through and the way this sits on the palate and the smell of it, everything about this drink itself is good. The only thing that's kind of hurting this is the cost-related stuff of paying $5 for 5 milligrams of THC, as well as comparing this to the lemonade. I think if Heirloom did not come out with the lemonade at the same time that they came out with the sparkling waters, it would be easier for me to review this based on its own like merit. However, comparing this based on something as great as the lemonade, it's kind of a deterrent for being able to review other flavors that's not the lemonade, is they cost the same. With that said, I think this is by far one of the best sparkling water flavors that I've ever had in my life, which is weird to say. I mean, I gave it a kind of a low rating in terms of I give worse stuff higher ratings, but they're loaded in sugar or they have a lot of artificial sweetener in it. This doesn't have any of that. This is just going based on the limited amount of concentrate of the grapefruit in it. With all that said, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot. And honestly, if you live in New York, why don't you go to a dispensary yourself, pick this up, find this review. If you, for some reason, look this up on YouTube, see that I'm one of the only people reviewing THC beverages in New York State currently, and leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think about it. Thank you again for watching this video, and cheers. And remember, I am the fancy sipper. Have a good day.